have you been contacted by the International Criminal Court or by the Interpol or any of their representatives in any way, shape, or form?
No, wala pa po. In any way, shape or form, wala pa. Even in the letter or nothing, nothing at all.
Okay, General, how do you take the confirmation of Solicitor General Minardo Guevara that indeed the ICC has been wanting to get your side for an interview to get a more complete picture on the case, given that that will be the side of the ICC, supposed that it is the interest of the ICC, will you be willing to give a statement?
Well, first of all, that goes to show that the government is not cooperating with the ICC. If the Solicitor General has actually received a letter, but we did not receive one, so ibig sabihin, hindi po yan pinadala sa atin. So we are confident that the government will not cooperate with the ICC. It's because, number one, we are no longer a member of the ICC since 2019, I think. So sa atin po, wala po tayong nakuha whatever letter or text messages from that we are required to appeal with the prosecutor of the ICC.
You have said, General, that if you were ordered directly by the DOJ or the Justice Department that you would agree to the interview, but you also said that your personal decision is to refuse an interview with the ICC investigator. So where do you stand right now, no, as this issue heats up, as the Justice Secretary has spoken, as the Solgen has already spoken?
Well, first of all, everything is is all speculative for now because we haven't received yet a summon coming from the DOJ itself, no? Wala pong official na document, so everything is speculation and everything just comes out from the media, no? Kaya we're waiting actually, and we are confident that the president himself will not accede to the request of the ICC. It's because he repeatedly said already that we will not, the government will not cooperate with the ICC, and we trust the president here.
It depends how you define cooperation, because the DOJ just yesterday said they will not block Interpol if it were to serve arrest warrants. The Philippines is still a member of the Interpol, the International Criminal Police Organization. So it depends how you define cooperate. It sounds like the government at this point is going to let ICC do whatever it needs to do. So, and to that end, Senator Bato de la Rosa has already said he will feel betrayed if the investigators do come into the country. How are you taking this news?
Well, number one, yes, they will not block anything coming from the Interpol. But of course, that request from the ICC will still undergo validation and due process from the Secretary General of the Interpol also. Because number one, titignan din nila if we are actually a member of the ICC, no? And we have jurisdiction over our citizens too. Kanino po nila tayo ibibigay sa ICC, where in fact we're not no longer a member of the ICC. So pwede nila tayo ibigay no less than probably from the DOJ. And kung sabihin naman nila ng DOJ that they will not cooperate, then we also have our lawyers here, and we will also exhaust our legal means here.
Well, apart from that, General, Secretary Remulla has actually said that if an arrest warrant is issued, that they respect the actions of the Interpol 99.9% of the time. Tama po kayo, hindi po tayo membro ng ICC, pero membro tayo ng Interpol sa kasakali. Ano pong masasabi niyo po rito? Is this a change of tune? Nagulat po ba kayo doon sa sinabi ni Secretary Remulla?
Hindi po kasi natin alam. We do not know the rules of the Interpol nga, no? Because that will still undergo process. If they will really serve the arrest warrant, kung talagang meron pong magkakaroon ng warrant of arrest or a red notice, no, na sinasabi. And of course, ang malaking tanong dyan is kanino nila tayo i-turn over? Is it the ICC or the Philippine government? Wherein the ICC has lost jurisdiction over us. It's because we're no longer a member of the ICC since 2019.
Okay, but of course, General Albayalde, I still remember the days when you were the NCRPO chief, tapos no, naging PNP chief po kayo. That was somewhere in the middle no, of the term of former President Duterte. You have gone on record to say that your conscience is clear and that wala ka namang narinig ng mga direktang orders at that time when you were NCRPO chief and PNP chief, no, giving direct instructions on the killing. Are you willing to stand by those statements that you have said previously?
Yes, ma'am. I have repeatedly said that not even the president did not directly or indirectly told us that we be killing during the drug war. Wala po siyang sinabi na ganyan. He might be saying that over the news or in the TV, pero wala po siyang sinabi ng ganyan. And we, as law enforcers, we are bound to follow the rules of law. Kasi po kami ay nag-ooperate within the limits of the law, no? At of course, meron po tayong sinusunod din na police operational procedures during police operations. At yan po palagi ay nakasaad dyan is we follow the human rights, no? At wala po tayong sinabi at hindi tayo nagkulang sa pagdidisiplina sa ating mga kapulisan. Where in fact, from 2016 to 2019, during my time until RD of NCRPO until such time that I became the Chief PNP in 2019, hindi ko po magkamali. We dismissed more than 3,700 erring policemen and we penalized more than 12,000 of them. Yung mga nang maabuso po. Precisely para hindi nga maabuso yung sinasabing war on drugs.
If you don't believe that the war on drugs was a policy, how do we explain the spike in deaths under President Duterte? I'm going to give you some numbers here. On day one of his presidency, for instance, Amnesty International said police killed 32 on one day in the name of the drug war. And in the first 100 days, they said some 3,000 people were killed that are classified as EJ case. I believe we also have that graphic of the Amnesty International saying 3,000 deaths. There you go, that's the headline. How do we explain all these deaths if you don't think the war on drugs was a policy, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Those deaths are still under investigation. Hindi naman po lahat dahil yes, of course, kasi may nakakarinig sa presidente doon na may sinasabi siya sa over the TV. Some people really probably took advantage of that, no? And during my time as the NCR, meron din po kaming nahuli noon na one group that took advantage wherein a minor was victimized doon sa Manila noon, that we realized that there are some people taking advantage of this war on drugs. Dahil naririnig nga nila si Presidente Rodrigo Duterte na nagsasabi ng ganyan sa over the TV, but not to the policemen. And of course, sabi nga namin, alam naman po namin kung ano ang lawful at saka unlawful order.
General, nabanggit po ni Senator Trillanes that you, along with the 4 others, the 5 suspects identified in the ICC document, have indispensable cooperation into the war on drugs. Ibig sabihin, hindi matatawaran ang role po ninyo doon sa war on drugs. Ano po masasabi niyo po doon?
Well, because I'm probably the regional director then and the Chief Philippine National Police. Remember, meron po kaming level of chain of command, no? At yung nangyari doon sa baba, of course, they have the stations, then they have the provincial command, and then they have the regional, and then that goes to the different drug enforcement units bago po makarating sa Chief PNP yan. So marami pong dadaanan yan. And they have the full responsibility also, the different commanders have the full responsibility over the actions of their policemen on the ground. It's not always the Chief PNP, no? Dahil napakarami pong trabaho ng isang Chief PNP, na isang commander on top. Dahil hindi lang naman po yung police operations ang ginagawa ng ang trabaho ng isang Chief PNP. All the administrative and police operations and many more are the responsibilities o yung day-to-day activities ng isang Chief PNP.
So linawin lang natin, sorry Reg, kanina nung sinabi ninyo, General, na some people might have taken advantage on the ground. When you say some people, did you mean some policemen or are these not cops but took advantage of the situation to keep, siguro, their mga barangay safer during that time?
As I've said, yung iba po, meron kaming na-identify noon na isang grupo, no? So we assume that there are really some groups or individuals that took advantage of this. no? At yun ay under investigation. Yung sa amin naman, yung mga nakita natin that go beyond the limits of the law, kung napansin niyo po, even during the first 3 months or probably September 2016, a few months after the war on drugs, meron na po kaming finailan na murder cases against our own policemen. If you remember the case dun sa Pasay po na may namatay na mag-ama sa loob ng Pasay City Police Office, we filed the murder cases against our own policemen, and the murder warrants of arrest were issued against them for murder. And I think this policeman went on the wall.
So is it your belief that you have zero culpability when it comes to the war on drugs, General? Because what I'm hearing from your answer is, number one, you're saying that these are rogue policemen or otherwise who took advantage of the president's pronouncement, former President Duterte's pronouncement. And number two, you said you did, it's not maraming levels yan. It's not always the PNP chiefs that makes these decisions. So is it your belief that you have zero culpability when it comes to this case?
We're number one, we're not justifying any death po dito. And we believe that one death is too many. No, hindi po natin dinajustify yung mga naging patayan dito. Not even one single death we're not justifying, no. Pero ang ano po natin dito, as I've said, meron po kaming sinusunod na chain of command. At as a commander din, hindi po tayo nagkulang sa pagdidisiplina ng ating mga kapulisan. And I think the Filipino people will see doon sa nung ako po'y regional director, no? Diyan po ako probably I was always on the news na nagdidisiplina ng mga pulis natin noon. At hindi po tayo din nagkulang sa pagsasabi sa ating mga kapulisan that all operations should be within the limits of the law and human rights should always be observed.
So that's going to be your defense if the ICC comes calling. Is that correct, General?
Well, we'll see because meron naman pong mga meron din naman tayong mga legal counsel here, no? At of course, marami pong mga ano diyan, marami pa tayong mga pwedeng gawin diyan. We will exhaust all legal means here. Pero hindi naman po natin ito tinatalikuran, no? Of course, we cannot pass responsibilities here. As a commander, of course, yung responsibilidad po nandyan. But the level there is still under question.
So, command responsibility, General, parang gano'n na lang.
Yes, meron pong mga sinasabi nating command responsibility, meron pong ding mga administrative responsibilities dyan, no? Both po yan, pareho po yan. That's why when the case is filed against you, meron pong administrative and may criminal.
Okay, General, speaking of command responsibility, alam po natin na may mas mataas pa po sa inyo, si Presidente Duterte. Sa gitna po nitong lahat, nakakausap niyo po ba yung Presidente?
Hindi po. Hindi po. Ang dating Presidente, hindi po. Hindi po. Not even, of course, the present President.
What about si Senator Bato de la Rosa po?
Nagkita po kami pero we did not discuss on the matters of ICC a few months back. Pero hindi po namin napag-usapan.
I wonder if you could share a little bit of your conversation. What was it like? What did you discuss as far as ICC?
We saw each other in a shooting range sa isang fighting competition po.
Shooting range po talaga.
You were competing?
You were letting off steam, I
Oo,
guess.
dahil mahilig si Senator Bato na mag-shooting.
Okay, General, nasa blue notice daw kayo ng Interpol. Hindi, iba yung red notice sa blue notice. Yung blue notice, pag-gather lang ng impormasyon. Hindi talaga kayo manonotify. Kumbaga, confidential information yun. Hindi muna kayo lalabas ng Pilipinas?
Well, there's nothing more to see here because lagi na lang po tayong nandito. In fact, there's nothing more to hide here dahil we have been attending series of congressional hearings regarding alleged EJ case po. So wala na pong dapat itago dito, no? At nandito lang po na tayo sa Pilipinas at yung sinasabing blue notice hanggang ngayon wala rin naman po tayong nakukuhang notice na yan. So that's all speculations as of this time. But then again, sabi ko nga po, we have nothing to hide dahil ongoing until now yung series of hearings sa Committee on Human Rights sa Congress.
if you believe that there's nothing to hide and that you didn't fall short as PNP chief, hindi ka nagkulang, like you said, why not just proactively cooperate with the investigators? Sure, they haven't sent you notice, but you already know that you're likely tagged, so why not proactively reach out to try to clear a name?
Well, first of all, our stand here is we will cooperate if it is sanctioned by the government. Mahirap naman po siguro yung kami mismo ang ipipresenta namin yung sarili namin without the order coming from the government.
Okay, wait, you say our stand. So, ibig sabihin, nag-usap po kayong lima na pare-pareho po kayo?
No, I'm sorry. My stand here. We haven't talked with the others yet.
Do you know if there are others that are speaking to the investigators?
I don't know. I haven't talked to the other four yet.
Okay. General, you mentioned you had lawyers already? You have retained counsel?
Wala pa mo pong retainer, no? I'm just having, kasi of course, in the Philippines, mahirap pong maghanap ng international lawyer dito. But of course, yung mga nakakaintindi, meron na pong nag-advise din naman sa atin.
So, punot dulo, General, you are kind of doing some preparations just in case
Yeah,
mag-come to fruition
of course.
itong lahat.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, of course.
Okay, well, thank you for being so candid with us tonight.
And in the event that you do get an interview invite or a summons or whatever it is that they call it, what would be your first course of action?
Well, of course, I have to kung talagang if it's, I said, they're sanctioned by the DOJ, we have no recourse but to attend. Of course, with the aid of the counsel. No? Kaya po ang karapatan naman kahit sino na pag they are under investigation, ay meron pong tumutulong na lawyer sa kanila.
So it's not like you're completely closing the door and saying you are not cooperating, right? So if sanctioned, yun yung condition niyo po. If sanctioned by the government, then you will cooperate.
Yes, opo. But voluntarily, probably not.
Okay. We're going to have to leave that there. We thank you so much for making time to talk to us tonight, former PNP Chief General Oscar Albayalde.